Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Progressive presents Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. This series is split so far, and the season series is all tied up. So every game, Diamondbacks and Padres potentially critical in this wild card race. Game 3 in this latest matchup starts now on D-Backs TV. Good evening from Chase Field. Steve Berthiaume and Bob Renly along the way. Diamondbacks and Padres, San Diego right on the D-Backs' heels for a National League wildcard spot. And the Padres at the trade deadline added 2 starting pitchers. One was Robbie Ray, who goes later this week. The other starts tonight. It's Casey Mize making his Padres debut.
Yeah, it's kind of been an up and down season for Casey Mize. When he is healthy, he is one of the best in the game. He's had some issues and spent some time. He missed a couple starts, excuse me. He's got a 2.70 ERA in 16 starts this season. Came off a real good start against the Diamondbacks earlier this year.
Yeah, that was when he struck out 9 Diamondbacks in 6 innings. That was the 5th game of the year back on March 31st. 93 pitches, 60 strikes. He was pounding the zone.
Yeah, 9 strikeouts. 6 of them came on that split-fingered fastball. That's a very much a feel pitch, and if he's feeling it, you'll see a lot of them tonight.
Diamondbacks in that game able to come back. They got 6 in the 8th, and they beat the Tigers 7-5. Your progressive player profile, rookie left-hander Mitch Pratt gets the start for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Mitch Pratt needs to find that strike zone a little more regularly. He's rumored to be a strike thrower, but he's walked quite a few guys in his 20.2 innings of work.
We'll take a break for now. When we come back, we're going to call in an expert to sort of break down tonight's starting lineup. Mark Grace is on deck here with a new look lineup against the Padres. Gracie and Jody have that after this short break.
Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you by Progressive Insurance, a grand slam for your budget. Visit progressive.com. By Jeep, there's only one. By Shamrock Farms, Arizona's hometown dairy. And by YRefi. Do you need relief from private student loan debt? Go to YRefi.com. Fans streaming in on this Wednesday as we get you set for first pitch. Diamondbacks and Padres. Jody Jackson alongside our lineup expert.
Thank you very much, Steve Berthiaume.
Mark Grace. Well, you know what? It is a lot to process today. No Ketel Marte, no Nolan Arenado. They need a day. If you watched the game yesterday, you could tell maybe they needed a day.
Yeah.
So the theme now is fresh legs. And guess what? Gabriel Moreno, who's been on the paternity list, he has them.
He has them. I don't know. You're a mother of 2, Jody. I'm a father of 2. One thing about newborns, you're not getting a whole lot of rest. So I'm not going to say he's well rested, but sure is good to see his face here at the ballpark again.
He's got a little spring in his step. He's going to be the DH today. Trajan Wealth lineup for the Diamondbacks, but you also get McCann in there, which is very nice. These 2 guys, we talked about in the pregame how hot they are at the plate.
Yeah, especially since the All-Star break. They're arguably the best catching combo in all of baseball. And also, look at Lars Nootbaar. He's leading off tonight. He's got a penchant for getting on base. He draws walks. I'd like to see him start getting some more hits, and you see Tyler Locklear down the bottom. No, Torrey didn't pull this lineup out of a hat. But I will tell you this, sometimes when you put a different lineup out there, Jody, guys in different spots, it tends to work.
Yeah, a little shake-up. So we'll see if Lars Nootbaar could start it off with some grinding at-bats against Casey Mize. Meanwhile, it's a Brad Summer. Mitch Pratt, first pitch is next.
Liberty.
Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you by Progressive Insurance, a grand slam for your budget. Visit progressive.com. By Chaz Roberts, serving you since 42. By Talking Stick Resort, Playcation is back. Stay in play with rates as low as $129. By Trajan Wealth, going above and beyond to help you build a secure financial future. And by Sanderson Ford. For the best play on a new vehicle, choose Sanderson Ford. Inside Chase Field, it's once more against the brown and gold Padres from San Diego. The Diamondbacks head-to-head tiebreaker with the Pods, currently even at 4 wins apiece. Every game matters. when it comes down to that final National League wild card spot. You got 2 more games to play in this series, and then we finish the season with 3 at San Diego the final weekend of September. So you can define big game any way you want, but this one certainly fits the mold.
I've said it many times lately. Diamondbacks need to approach every game like it's the playoffs, because it might make a huge difference, especially if it comes down to a tiebreaker.
And even with last night's loss, the D-backs have the National League's best record since July the 9th. They have won 15 of their last 22. Only the Boston Red Sox have been better over that span, and the Red Sox winning again. They might never lose again.
Yeah, they're up 4-0 on the White Sox today in the 8th inning.
Now we're checking some of the other scores. The Phillies and Nationals are tied up 3-3, keeping an eye on both those clubs. Luis Arraez is homered for Philadelphia. The Marlins are trailing in Atlanta 4-1. The Pirates running into a buzzsaw, and Kyle Harrison of the Brewers outpitching Paul Skeens. It's 4-0 Milwaukee currently. So far things falling pretty well in the Diamondbacks' favor in terms of this wild card.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate in that respect. Obviously, you'd like to take care of your own business and not worry about those teams, but if you happen to scuffle like the Diamondbacks did last night, it's nice to know that the other team struggled too.
Well, it's an interesting pitching matchup. You've got the veteran Casey Mize, a former All-Star, making his Padres debut, and on the mound for the Diamondbacks, your Y-Refi starting pitcher stats. It's Mitch Bratt, 23-year-old rookie lefty. The stuff has been intriguing. The concern shows up in the numbers. More walks than strikeouts in 5 big league starts.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue. I mean, he's been fortunate to miss some bats after walking some of those guys. You see the opponent's average of 284. However, you just don't want to put them on via the walk.
Padres, with their win last night, able to even this series at a game apiece. They've won 9 of 11. And look who's at second base leading off for San Diego.
Yeah, quite a switch for the Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr. moving back into the infield. The rest of the guys pretty much the same lineup with the exception of the catcher, Luis Campusano, behind the plate. The Padres catchers throw really well.
That's a different lineup, as Jody and Gracie talked about a moment ago. Let's take a look at what it looks like defensively. That's provided by CarShield.
Yeah, Lars Nootbaar playing left field and leading off tonight. I looked it up. He's led off 186 games in his career, so not a strange place for him to be at the top of the order, given the fact he has a real good eye for the strike zone. He took 2 walks in the ball game last night, and like Gracie said, mix in some hits.
And a good outfield defender, can play center field as well. We expect he'll see some time out there down the road. Time now for your Jeep keys to the game.
Well, I go back to spring training when you have an A game where you send all your stars, and then you have a B game on a backfield where you send the rest of the guys, and that's what we have tonight. The Padres have their A team in there, the D-backs with their B team. And for Bratt, you got to be careful with the lefties. He's given up a higher batting average against left-handers, 345, than he has against right-handers, who have hit 250 against him.
James Jean, our plate umpire, back there calling balls and strikes, and Fernando Tatis Jr. sent to lead it off on a warm night in the Valley of the Sun, and the wild card race heating up as well. Tatis, 280 and 8 homers. He leads the Padres in hits. He is tops on the club at OPS. Big assignment tonight for the rookie lefty Mitch Bratt. And Tatis looks like a 1-pitch out if they can find it. McCann near the dugout. And he's got it. That's a little boost for Mitch Bratt right there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
On pace to throw 27 pitches.
Pace.
Fortunately, just enough to stay on the field of play right here. James McCann, a couple looks at the fence and snags it right before the padding.
Remember, Tatis was a 1-pitch out to lead off the game here Monday against Brandon Pfaadt. Luis Rengifo is in left field for San Diego tonight. 237. Both his home runs have come with the Padres after his release by Milwaukee back in June. It's been a nice fit for him here.
Base hit, stole a base, scored twice in the game last night.
He's played left field and DH of the first 2 games. Back out there defensively tonight. In fact, in 17 games with the Padres, Rengifo has hit .339 and posted close to a .450 on base percentage. Greg Stammen, the rookie skipper, very pleased with his club's energy level last night. Said they felt like he had a little bit more energy, which evened up this critical series. Thinks his team was locked in from the beginning last night. It certainly showed.
Yep.
They out hit the Diamondbacks 16-6 and won it rolling away 9-4. Bratt lands that slurve. That's been his best pitch, Mitch Bratt. That slurve. It's his best swing and Mitch pitch, certainly. And he's ahead 1-2. The Bratt pack out there tonight. Question is he more Rob Lowe or more Andrew McCarthy? On the scale, on the Bratt pack scale.
Jody made a reference to what is it, Bratt Summer? That's way too new for me. Charlie XCX are one of the pop singers nowadays.
That's a different language.
Yeah,
I'm more in the 80s movies genre. Foul tip. McCann hangs on. The four-seamer from Mitch Bratt gets his first strikeout and a good start for the rookie left-hander.
Love to get him back in that dugout quickly, get his offense swinging the bat. So far, so good. A one pitch out to Tatis and a strikeout to Rengifo.
Well, the water in that pool gets a little deeper here. It's Manny Machado. He was batting only .213, but his tops on the Padres and home runs and runs batted in. He has hit the ball hard throughout this series.
And even when he didn't hit it hard, he got a base hit. Blooped one out into right field, got jammed with a fastball, but fought it off for a base hit down the right field line.
Had nothing to show for Monday's game, but last night 3 hits. He drove in 4 runs. He's become a bigger contributor in this lineup recently, along with Jackson Merrill, the middle of this order, doing a lot more damage than they had the first 3 months of the year. Stays away with a fastball in his ball, too. That's one thing that Craig Stammen has pointed out. You get Machado hot, you get Merrill hot, and it has changed this lineup immensely. He believes they've gone from not a great offense to one of the best in the numbers lately. Certainly back that up. Padres are slugging. There's Merrill, who bats 5th tonight, the center fielder. It's 3-0 on Manny Machado. Bratt being very careful here. Ty France, the cleanup man, is on deck. And Manny gets a slider and fouls it away. It's a big game for Mitch Bratt tonight. Still looking for that first major league win. There's Ty France on deck. Probably noticed already, if you haven't seen Mitch Bratt yet, he's got a unique delivery. Kind of kicks toward the hitter with elbows and kneecaps flying at you.
Gives him a lot to look at.
He can be effective. He's kept the opponent to 2 runs or fewer in 3 of his first 5 starts. Just got to eliminate those bases on balls. 3-1 is right there. It's a strike, and the count is full.
Another factor for Mitch Bratt, and he's no dummy. He understands that there's going to be guys coming back off the injured list relatively soon. So the better he can pitch now, the better his chances of staying in that rotation.
Michael Soroka, very impressive for Reno last night. 3-2. Got him! And Manny will challenge. That backdoor slurve. Mitch Bratt struck out Rengifo on a fastball. Backdoored Machado right there. Caught the edge of the zone. And what an encouraging start for Mitch Bratt. 2 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 first. Diamondbacks set to go against Casey Mize. He got him. A different look to the Diamondback lineup tonight. Lars Nootbaar is set to lead it off against your Padres starter. It's Casey Mize, 29-year-old right-hander, who is headed for free agency this winter. Acquired as a rental Monday at the deadline after 6 seasons with the Tigers.
Yeah, opponents hitting only .213 against Mize this season with Detroit. You can see big-time strikeout pitcher rarely walks anybody.
Nootbaar, the left fielder, is set to lead it off. Different look to the lineup today. Nolan Arenado, Ketel Marte, Max Kepler all on the bench to start this one. So Nootbaar in his second Diamondback game is at the top of the lineup. 231 and 3 homers. He walked twice as the DH in his D-back debut last night. Torlovello, and talking about Lars Nootbaar today, saw him as a good fit for this leadoff spot. Expects that he'll get into the pitch count a little bit. He'll turn Corbin Carroll into a go hitter behind him. Corbin's on deck. And Mize has got that splitter. That's a big pitch for him. It's 1-2.
It's easier said than done, but you have to lay off that split finger if it's middle of the thighs or down. It's going to end up out of the zone.
Double up with it right there.
And as I mentioned in the open, it's very much a feel pitch. He might try it a few times in the first inning, and if he's not feeling it, he may stick it in his back pocket.
This is the first start for Casey Mize since July 25th. He's been dealing with a nagging groin injury. Missed away with a slider. The groin injury had him on the injured list for several weeks earlier this summer. The velocity in that last start was down significantly, low 90s, which he says was the result of a mechanical adjustment trying to keep those legs healthy. So we'll see what the velo looks like tonight. And there's a walk to get it started. That's exactly why Lars Nootbaar is in the leadoff spot. He's aboard to get it started as we get a look around the diamond at San Diego defensively.
A lot of stars out there, but we're going to highlight the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. This guy has 16 homers, 22 stolen bases, and in his last 16 games, he's hitting .403 with 6 homers, 16 RBIs, and 12 runs scored, and he hits lefties well.
He is really heating up. Corbin Carroll. First pitch, we got a fastball and jumped on it right away. For the batting average now at .242, he's got 16 homers. Still hitless in the series, 0 for 9. Nootbaar runs well, but remember, coming off that heel surgery last October. So not at full strength, but Corbin rolls it into right. Nootbaar stops at second, and a good start here. 2 on for Geraldo Perdomo.
Yeah, we talked about Casey Mize and the fastball and the splitter. He relies on 3 main pitches. The 4-seam fastball, usually up in the zone, a hard slider, that split-fingered fastball. He'll mix in the occasional sinker and slurve, but that purple pitch, that splitter, that's the one that he's going to rely on if he's feeling it.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 2 on, nobody out for Jerry. Perdomo really heating up. That one just off the edge. Perdomo's been on base throughout the series. He got singled 4 times and walked. Multiple hits now in 4 of his last 5 games. Nootbaar's at second and Carroll's at first. Perdomo cranks it high in the air. Hits it into right field. It's on its way, and it's caught at the track. Jace Bowen underneath. Both guys tag. Perdomo just missed it. The rookie Jace Bowen with his back to the wall gets it for the first out.
Oh, man, I thought that ball was out of here off the bat. Fastball up and in. Perdomo buggy whips it to right field. Productive out nonetheless, moving 2 guys into scoring position with that deep fly ball to right field.
And Bowen is right there leaning against the wall to make the catch for the first out. Both runners tag, 1 away now. Second and third for Gabby. Back in the lineup tonight as the DH. Moreno, 290 6 homers, back from the paternity list today. Adrian Del Castillo option to Reno to make room on the roster. Nootbaar at third, Corbin now at second. We'd love to get Mitch Bratt a quick 2-0 lead with a base hit right here. Gabby 0 for 10 in his 2 previous games in that Guardian series at Cleveland over the weekend. Just welcomed a new addition to the family the other night. Everybody doing well.
And DH stands for Daddy Happy.
Ah, there you go. Nice work. Well, Gabby, even with that quiet series in Cleveland, was enormous offensively on that long road trip. 13 RBIs in 10 games. One long extended bat and 1 timely hit after another. Can use 1 more right here. That 4-seamer misses in. It's 3-1. With Tim Tawa on deck. Merrill is shaded in center over toward the pool. Rengifo well off the line in left. There's a whole lot of room out there near the Diamondback bullpen. Gabby fouls off a fastball. It's 3-2.
Yeah, this is the way we see most opponents play Gabby Moreno, as almost as a left-handed pull hitter. Right fielder cheats a little bit toward the line. The center fielder cheats a little bit toward right center. The left fielder is left with a whole bunch of ground to cover out there.
Got that big gap in left center, and then all that room along the left field line. Full count, 3-2. Gabby wants time. Moreno in his last 40 games is hitting .336. He has been sensational. There's one guy happy to have him back right there. Full count, 3-2. Oh, he's caught looking at a fastball. Fooled him there. First strikeout for Mize. Second out in the first. Now it's up to Tim Tower.
Yeah, sometimes you can overthink a pitch. We talked about Mize with that good splitter, good hard slider to a right-handed hitter with first base open. I think Gabby maybe was thinking he was going to get something out of the zone right there and ended up taking a heater right down the middle.
Diamondbacks with an opening here, but Mize trying to slam that door shut. Tim gets the start at third. And the ultimate plug-and-play guy on this club. Torlovello said he checked in with Nolan Arenado after last night's game, and the Diamondbacks looked flat last night. They looked like a tired group, and Nolan admitted he was a little gassed, and so he's got the day off today, at least to start.
Yeah, secret weapon.
Yeah, pretty good one to have. Tower fights off a slider.
That's the way I tried to sell off days to my guys. Hey, you're the secret weapon. We're going to have an at-bat late in the game, and you're going to come off the bench and win it for us.
Only you could make a demotion sound like a promotion. You're too good to start.
Yeah, that's right. We need you on the bench.
It's all on the sales pitch. Tower to third, backhanded by Machado. And Casey Mize, 2 on, nobody out. Gets out unscathed. We've played 1, no score, Diamondbacks and the Padres. Here's a look around the league. The Cubs hold the National League wild card spot, the top one, and they swept the Dodgers despite the Shohei Ohtani home run. Pete Crow Armstrong hit a leadoff home run as well. In fact, he hit 2 off lefty Eric Lauer. And the Cubs at Wrigley beat the Dodgers 7-6. They sweep LA. How about that?
Wow, that second home run by Armstrong hit about halfway up that scoreboard in right field. That was a blast.
Pete Crow Armstrong, an emerging MVP candidate so far. He was 3 for 5, 2 homers, drove in 4 runs. And Managa beat Lauer. Mitch Bratt faces Ty France. First pitch swinging, a leadoff single to start the second for San Diego.
The D-backs have been able to keep Ty France relatively quiet the first couple games. He was 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts last night. He did walk and score in game 1 of this series.
There's aboard to start the second ahead of the red-hot Jackson Merrill. Just talked about the impact that Machado and Merrill have had on the middle of this Padre lineup. 241 and 16 homers. He's got 4 hits in the series. He has scored twice. He's knocked in 2 runs. Merrill has multiple RBIs, in fact, in 3 of his last 4 games. He just homered Sunday in a win over the Giants at Petco Park. He's already matched his home run total from all of last year, when he had 3 separate trips to the injured list.
I mentioned earlier that Merrill handles lefties pretty well so far this season. A .307 batting average against lefties, .218 against righties.
One of those struggling San Diego bats that has come alive in midsummer. 16 RBIs in his last 16 games. That's fouled away. There's that slurve again. It's 1-2. Mitch Bratt, an impressive start. 1-2-3 first on 12 pitches, couple of strikeouts. Some work to do here in the second. Goes away with a fastball. He has struck out now, Mitch Bratt. 3 of the last 4, including Machado and Merrill.
Like that fastball right there. A lot of lefties that hit lefties well, it's because they sit on breaking balls, knowing they're probably going to get a curve or a slide or something off speed, but well tardy on that fastball.
Shortstop after leaving last night's game after fouling a ball off his left foot is Xander Bogaerts, back in the starting lineup tonight. And having a tough year, .225. Career low OPS for Bogaerts, now in his 14th season, his 4th with the Padres. And he's had a good series, 3 hits, a walk, a stolen base, and an RBI. See, where's that guard on his front foot, that left foot? That the one he fouled a pitch off last night. Had to come out of the game. X-rays negative. They said last night they expected him back in the lineup tonight, and he is in there. But it's that same left foot that he fractured last year and missed a month late in the season, which is why he wears that guard in the first place. Came in handy last night. Lines it to right. Corbin Carroll backpedaling. Corbin's got it. And France back to first. Well struck off the bat of Xander Bogaerts. D-backs give back 50-50 raffle supported by Avnet Cares. Already at $5,000. One lucky winner takes home half the net proceeds. And the other half benefits the Diamondbacks Foundation. You can play from home from anywhere in the state of Arizona. Just log online and get your tickets. dbacks.com/5050. Staff working hard here at the ballpark. Catcher Luis Campusano back in there after night off last night. And the fastball is there. Boy, Mitch Bratt throwing strikes here. This is impressive.
Like it.
Campusano 314, 4 homers. He singled and doubled in his start behind the plate Monday in the opener. Sinker runs away. Campusano had 2 of San Diego's 6 hits in that 5-1 D-backs win Monday. He has it safely now in 6 straights. Just saw Freddie Fermin behind the plate last night. He had a big night, 2 hits and an RBI. Well, Mitch Bratt's got good stuff here tonight. It's been a very encouraging start. He's getting some swing and miss. He's throwing strikes. He's punched out 3 of the first 6. And has a 1-2 count on Campusano. This is where they want him to not waste pitches, and when you have count leverage, put the guy away. Center field for Walshman, and he puts him away. 2 solid innings for Mitch Bratt. We are scoreless against the Padres. Yep.
We feel good about getting guys off their feet, especially the grind and the amount of games that we've been playing consecutively, and it's been a challenge. But those 2 guys, especially Cattell, have been going extremely hard, and it was just a day to get them off their feet.
Yeah, from Torey Lovello earlier today, guys, as we go to the bottom of the second in the scoreless game, and it was something that Torey Lovello is always reading the body language as well, and he knows when these guys need a day off. Another interesting thing that happened today, guys, is I saw Max Kepler walk through the clubhouse with a pair of crutches, so followed up on that, and actually he had fouled a ball off of his foot in batting practice yesterday. It started to swell up during the game, and that's actually why he came out of that game. He ended up getting an x-ray, all was well, so he is available today. But I said, what's up with the crutches? He said, oh, I was trying to get rid of those things as quick as I could.
Need some healthy players here, and now we got a Campusano situation. Mize, I think, can't hear him. Yeah, Vargas is in there at second base for Cattell tonight, and Torey spoke again, as you just heard, about getting Cattell off his feet. And he said one thing about Cattell, the way he's played. The off days have been less frequent and more sporadic, I think, this year than they have in the past. And Torey said, look, he has been very gritty. He's been very proud of how much Cattell has played this year, but I mean, they looked flat and tired last night. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Cattell and Nolan Arenado. The whole team just looked like they didn't leave a wake-up call before 6:40.
That's true. So Arenado with the day off to start. Marte with a day off to start. Kepler managing that sore foot. James Jean managing this pitch-com situation. And I think we've got it sorted now. So it's an 0-1 count on Vargas, who's at second for Marte. Tao is at third for Arenado. Nootbaar in left for Kepler. Ildemaro, 272 and 7 homers. His bat has really come back to life lately.
Sure has.
Yeah, Ildemaro in 25 games since the beginning of July, he's hitting .324. So he is right back to where he was at the beginning of the year.
Start fast, finish fast.
Way to do it, right? This is lifted out to left. Rengifo is covering a lot of ground out there. And that's 4 in a row set down by Casey Mize.
Hey, fans, if the D-backs hit a double, you get $15 off your next Uber Eats order of $30 or more.
Oh, the story of James McCann just continues to get more and more intriguing. Look at these numbers. 30 games this year. He's hit .319 and has 4 home runs. He continued his hot streak with another homer last night after he had a pair of hits in the opener here Monday. McCann managing 2 streaks right now. He's hit safely in 10 consecutive games. By the way, he's batting .528 in that 10-game hitting streak, including 4 homers. And he's also matched a Diamondbacks record with RBIs in 8 consecutive games. He's matched Gonzo and Goldie in that regard. 8 consecutive games with at least 1 run batted in. That's how you carry an offense for a while.
Oh, yeah. Hit one right now.
Keep it going. Straight up in the air, short right center. Chase Bowen coming in. And that's 5 in a row set down by Mize. Brings up Tyler Locklear. Tyler gets the start at first base. Doubled and homered in 6 games on that last long road trip. Mize started out with a walk and a base hit, but he has really settled down quickly. And the fastball's in there. That's yours.
Too high.
What do you mean too high? San Diego has had its starting rotation in tatters all season long, just shredded by injuries. They picked up 2 Rennes starters at the deadline Monday. Former D-back Robbie Ray comes from the Giants, and here's Casey Mize making his Padre debut. Acquired from the Tigers, long run in for Bowen, and that one dropped between Bowen and Tatis. And Locklear finds Greengrass out there for the second Diamondback hit.
Couldn't throw it out there any better than that. It's that slider working away. He cues it right off the end of the bat. Just gets out there in shallow right field and dives.
Anytime you can extend an at bat or extend an inning, you're doing something right. Ryan Waldschmidt bats 9th. He's swung the bat well lately. Goldie looks at a fastball up. He's at .287 and a home run. He singled in Tuesday's game. In fact, he's hit safely now in 11 of his last 13. Slow and steady progress for the rookie.
A lot of good to see in Waldy, but one thing that's a little concerning is that strikeout rate. Yeah.
And the low walk rate, too.
Yeah.
He is close to being a WW.
Struck out in 32% of his at-bats this year.
It's in hard. A tough hop. It goes off Bogart's shoulder, and everybody's safe. A smash off the bat of Ryan Waldschmidt at 99 miles an hour. That's a base hit.
An hour right at the Padres shortstop. Took a big hop, kind of climbed up that left arm, ends up behind him.
Well, great chance for Lars Nootbaar. This would be a perfect time for his first Diamondback hit. He has walked 3 times so far. The DH tonight, or the left fielder tonight, in the leadoff spot. Mize lands the slider for a strike. One thing Torey Lovullo has talked about with Lars Nootbaar, there's an ease to his setup and his transition to the baseball. Bounces it over the head of Mize. Bogarts has that one. And we're scoreless after 2. Diamondbacks and Padres. You're watching the Diamondbacks Baseball Network, and it's presented by Progressive.
6'5".
Well, Bob, an impressive start for the rookie left-hand pitch Brad.
Yeah, real impressive start, especially with that fastball. He's thrown 10 heaters so far in the game, 9 for strikes.
24 pitches, 17 strikes. He has punched out 3 through 2 scoreless so far, and faces the Padres DH tonight, Jake Cronenworth. Mitch Bratt from Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Went to high school at the Georgia Premier Academy. That's where the Texas Rangers got him with a 5th-round pick in 2021. He was acquired from Texas, as we know, in the Merrill Kelly deal at last season's trade deadline. Here's Cronenworth. 220 and 3 homers. The DH. Left-on-left matchup for him. Sinker runs in. Cronenworth went without a hit in the opener Monday, but had a big night last night. He singled 3 times, drove in a run. In fact, he now has RBIs, Jake Cronenworth, in 3 of his last 4 games. It's 2-0. One thing we've noticed so far with Mitch Bratt, this is something that Torlovello said he wanted to see today. He's not wasting pitches. And the marching order for every Diamondback pitcher is you have got to pound the strike zone. Got to put the ball on the plate. Just missed with a pretty good pitch right there. It's 3-1. James Jean might have missed that one. No challenge. Chase Bowen, the right fielder, on deck. And there's the first walk. That's what Mitch Bratt has to eliminate. Time to check in now with Tim Hovick in Santan Ford.
Name?
What are you doing?
Name, please.
Torey Lavello?
I'm not seeing it.
Open the gate.
I think that was Torey's best acting job right there. It really sort of embodied his character.
I love Tim's line, not seeing it.
Yeah, you don't often see Hovick, who's the funny man in that comedy duo, as the heavy. But Tim, I mean, every drama needs a villain.
That's right.
And Tim was able to inhabit that role, and I think did a wonderful job.
Not seeing it.
Here it is. Might have to use that line once or twice. Bowen, the right fielder tonight, with Tatis at second base. He's on deck. And Bowen tries to bunt him along. Cronenworth does run now and again. He's 5 for 6 in his stolen base attempts. Bowen 162. He's played just over 40 games as a rookie this year. He singled and scored in his start in left field last night. He's in right field tonight. It's 0-2. Cronenworth takes off. Bowen fouls off a fastball.
Fortunately, fouls off the fastball. Looked like Cronenworth had a pretty good jump that time. Got an extra step on his lead and then took off for second base. Fortunately, the ball fouled out of play.
Padres trying to get him into run scoring position for Fernando Tatis, who's waiting on deck in the leadoff spot. 32 pitches so far from Mitch Bratt. Most encouraging, 21 strikes. Another 0-2. Cronenworth holds.
Ooh.
Called strike 3. Do we get a challenge? They're only down to 1, so Bowen won't risk it. And might have got a break there from James Jean. It's the 4th strikeout for Mitch Bratt.
Hey, you saw James McCann giving that high target. It's about middle of the body there, but maybe just a tick off the outside corner. But once again, going back to that fastball. Love to see it.
Mitch Bratt has struck out 4 the first 9. Here is Tatis, who fouled out of the game's first pitch. Cronenworth on the move again, and McCann throws it into center. Cronenworth collides there with Ildemaro Vargas, as Waldy has to come in to clean that one up. Boy, that one sailed on James McCann big time.
Yeah, he just tried to throw from a knee that time. He felt like Cronenworth had a pretty good jump, so rather than stand up and make a strong throw, he just throws from his knees and obviously didn't have a good grip on the baseball that time. Vargas, a nice job of holding the tag down there to make Cronenworth think he had the ball.
0-1 on Fernando Tatis Jr. RBI chance for the Padres second baseman tonight.
And this is something middle infielders will do on an errant throw. Obviously, the runner doesn't see where the ball is, so Vargas acted like he caught a high throw and slapped a tag down, and by the time Cronenworth realizes the ball in center field, it's too late to advance.
Lifted out to right field. Corbin Carroll coming in. Cronenworth stays at second. There's 2 outs in the third. Mitch Bratt, 4 strikeouts through 9 batters. He's already matched his career high for strikeouts in a game. He punched out Rengifo his first time up tonight. Jake Cronenworth at second base for the Padres. 2 outs. We are scoreless in the third. Slurve. Didn't quite slurve. Rengifo did a nice job for the Padres, filling some holes left by some injured players. They're without Ramon Laureano, Miguel Andujar, Savant Taylor, all on the injured list. That's coming back here for strike 1. Talked about Mitch Bratt's unique delivery when we chatted about that with Torey today, and as you can see, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of moving parts, and Torey said sometimes when that happens, you're not able to throw the ball where you want to. Now, it might have been one case where we just saw, kind of got away from Mitch right there. It's 2 balls and a strike. But they want him when that happens to make immediate adjustments. He did a nice job right there. Got that fastball back in the zone. They want those adjustments to be right away. Don't waste pitches.
The thing that really stands out to me is the way he swings his left leg around after delivering the pitch. There's a few other pitchers in Major League Baseball that have a similar delivery, but nobody quite like Mitch Bratt.
Yeah, it's that whole sweep the leg Cobra Kai delivery. 2-2 on Luis Rengifo. You've told Mitch Bratt, don't worry about placing the ball. I mean, all the talk since it's been at this level has been about the walks and bases on balls. Don't worry about placing the ball. Just trying to get some weak early contact, get deeper into the game. So far, so good. Cronenworth at second after a leadoff walk. Swing and a miss. That's 5 strikeouts, a new career high for Mitch Bratt. Through 3 scoreless against the Padres. He got Bowen. Tatis flied out. Rengifo goes down swinging. And when we come back home half of the third, it's Corbin Carroll, Geraldo Perdomo, and the new daddy, Gabriel Moreno. Hey fans, you don't have to miss a single Diamondback game in this race to a wild card spot. We'll give you the rest of the season on dbacks.tv for just $17.99. Presented by Progressive. It is a limited time only special deal. So call now, dbacks.tv. Well, you can't call. Operators are not standing by.
No.
But you can go on the dbacks.tv. Rest of the season, just $18. Watch every game. It's presented by Progressive. As the Diamondbacks make a postseason run. Casey Mize out there for the 3rd inning. Corbin Carroll has one of the 3 Diamondback hits, a single in the first.
Boy, was that good to see. Corbin has really been mired in some kind of slump. 18 for his last 123. That's a 140 average. That one chopped to the first side.
Foot race is on, but it will roll foul.
Now the good news is the Diamondbacks are 19-13 while Corbin has been mired in this slump. So you can just imagine what that record would be if Corbin was doing what he usually does.
That's sort of the pot of gold at the end of this Diamondback rainbow. Once you get Corbin and Ketel going, and you look at what guys like Moreno and Perdomo and Tawa and Vargas and McCann have done, it really can become a dangerous 1 through 9 lineup. But those 2 spark plugs at the top have got to start sparking. And this slide that Corbin's been on has dragged on longer than I'm sure Joe Mather would like to see, the hitting coach there on the right. Corbin slaps that up in the air along the left field line. Rengifo over there to give it a look with Machado. And it's in the seats. Now, the hottest stretch of the year for Corbin was, of course, that 13-game hitting streak over the middle of May, when you thought, okay, he's going to win an MVP now. But that streak got snapped on May 26th, and since then, in his last 60 games, he's hit 193. And the on base has been below 300. Chase up there. It's 2-2. Geraldo Perdomo on deck. Then it's Gabriel Moreno. Corbin lifts this along the right field line now. That's drifting out of play. Corbin's got that elbow guard on. He's always sort of flapping that right arm out.
Yeah.
That's become a little idiosyncratic.
It is remarkable at the major league level when they find a weakness in your swing. How often opposing pitchers just keep hammering that high fastball in there to Corbin.
That was what he went through 2 years ago for the first half of the year. 8th pitch of the at-bat here on the way. He won't chase out there. That's a good sign. Corbin has fouled off 5 pitches in this at-bat. Number 9 is on the way. Pitches for Mize, barely half for strikes. Splitter is a ball. We'll get a challenge here.
This is called a ball. The catch is challenging.
Campusano will risk their last challenge here. This was called ball 4, and the Padres are out of challenges.
Pitches the ball. San Diego has no challenges remaining.
That was a terrific plate appearance by Corbin Carroll. Fouled off some fastballs, didn't chase in that at bat, and works a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Mize, and it's Geraldo Perdomo.
Hey fans, anytime the D-backs hit a home run, you score a free Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink, whether you have batting gloves on or not.
The watch continues. We're going barehanded this time. Corbin aboard for the second time tonight, and Jerry takes a slider down low. Campusano's trying to get some extra challenges here. And now we're going to get into a whole thing. They have burned both of their challenges before the end of the 3rd inning. Yeah, I think he's, well,
you can try.
I guess that counts as a try, but they're all used up. There goes Corbin Carroll. Campusano from his knees nearly threw it into the outfield. And Corbin has his 16th stolen base.
I mentioned earlier the Padres catchers all throw extremely well. Fermin, Campusano, and the guy they just sent back to the minor leagues, Rodolfo Duran, as a group have thrown out 33% of the runners this year, but Corbin Carroll in underneath that high throw.
This is what you talked about throughout the game last night, Bob. The way that Corbin Carroll, when he's on base, changes the game.
Yep, absolutely. Changes everything.
We just saw it. Jerry takes a whack at that split finger pitch.
There was a time back in my playing days when we played against the Pittsburgh Pirates, a great catcher, Tony Pena.
Oh, yeah?
Tony wanted to keep those caught stealing percentages up there, so if you had a fast runner on at first base, you were going to get a fastball. He was going to give himself every opportunity to throw out opposing base stealers, so get a guy on base, look fastball.
Jerry slaps it right side. France off the bag at first. Mize covers. Corbin goes into 3rd as we check in with Jody Jackson.
Yeah, guys, Gabriel Moreno, he is back, and we want to send our congratulations to Gabby, Rosemila, his wife. We had to get a baby picture. Here she is, baby Gianna. I know, right? As cute as can be. Born on Monday, and everyone is healthy and happy. And Gabby even said he got some sleep last night. We don't know about the next 50 or 100 nights, but he got some sleep last night. But I asked him about the 10-day trip and if that was nerve-wracking. He said, no, I was in communication with my wife, and Gianna had great timing because, of course, Rosemila gave birth on Monday. So congrats once again.
Infield in for the Padres. Corbin at 3rd, 1 out.
The unfortunate thing about that baby picture was it didn't show the little tiny shin guards that Gianna was wearing.
That's right. We hear she's already using the whole field. Gabby trying to punch it through there somewhere. Go ahead and run 90 feet away with a 1 out. Well, Machado back behind the bag at third. Everybody else in on the grass. Diamondbacks last night did not have a plate appearance. 0 with runners in scoring position. So far tonight, 0 for 5. Making Casey Mize throw some pitches here. Remember, we mentioned in his last start for the Tigers, the velocity was down about 2 miles an hour. The fastball was clicking somewhere in the low 90s. That's not Casey Mize. He's been battling a groin problem all year. Has tried to make some mechanical adjustments to stay healthy. It seems to have taken some of the zip off his fastball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Gabby gets it deep enough. There's one for baby Gianna. Here comes Corbin. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks.
Oh boy, Gabby, baby needs some new shoes.
Tower now. Diamondbacks manufacture a run there without the benefit of the base hit, a walk, a stolen base, a ground ball to the right side, and a sacrifice fly. That's how you build the inning. Tower won't chase the high fastball.
And you've heard me say it many times. Give Geraldo Perdomo a half an RBI for moving Corbin Carroll up to third base where he could score on that fly ball.
Eyes at 50 pitches, 29 strikes. 1-1 on Tim. Rounded out his first time. Tower in their third base tonight. A scheduled off day for Nolan Arenado. Tim, of course, had the big 3-run homer here on Monday to beat San Diego. Punches that one foul toward the right field pole. Diamondbacks have won 15 of their last 22, the best record in the National League since July the 9th. Another big game with the Padres. Season series currently tied at 4 wins apiece, 2 more to play here. 21st pitch of this third inning on the way from Casey Mize. Tower lines it to left, and this one's going to go. Cowabunga one more time in this series. It's 2-0. He hit one out there Monday night. That's number 6. And it's a jumbo jack, a free jumbo jack tomorrow. A Jack in the Box for the purchase of a large drink.
It's the splitter. You see the grip right there on the ball, except he hung it. That one's up there belt high, and Tim Talbot does not miss those.
Well, that's something Casey Mize simply doesn't do, give up home runs. This is his 17th start. It's only the 6th home run he's allowed all year. And Tawa's got 6 homers on the season. 3 of them have come against the Padres. Here's Ildemaro Vargas now. A 2-0 lead for Mitch Brad, who's already set a new career high with 5 strikeouts through 3. Here it is again, a jumbo jack, free jumbo jack tomorrow at Jack in the Box with a large drink purchase. 2 on Vargas. Vargas at second base with Ketel Marte getting a night off. And Vargy gets into one. He drives this deep toward the pool. And Merrill is able to get to the spot just shy of the warning track out there. Allowed out to end the third, but the Diamondbacks make some noise. Gabriel Moreno the sac fly. Tim Towers 6th of the year. After 3, they lead the Padres 2-0.
Motion for life.
Welcome back to Chase Field at Steve-Ax TV. Steve Berthiaume, Bob Brenly, Jody Jackson, Mark Race along the way. 5 strikeouts so far for Mitch Bratt, but another Canadian with a good slurve. Looked good last night. This is Michael Soroka. Impressive in his rehab start last night for the Reno Aces.
Great news for Michael Soroka, and good news for Mitch Bratt, too. If Soroka comes back like we anticipate, they'll be able to talk Canadian to each other.
Do you speak Canadian? Hey, Manny Machado leads off the 4th. He struck out to win the 1st against Mitch Bratt, who has walked only 1, punched out 5. He's allowed just 1 hit, a Ty France single to lead off the 2nd. Mitch Bratt's best game yet was likely his previous start. He's been even better than that tonight. That was last Friday at Cleveland when he kept the Guardians to 1 run, 3 hits. He worked 5 innings, but even in that game had to work his way around 4 walks. And that's been a big problem so far, but tonight he's walked only 1 to this point. Slider is low. Machado won't bite. It's 3-0. France, who has their only hit on deck, and after him, Jackson Merrill. This is a tough part of the Padre lineup, 3, 4, and 5 here in the 4th.
And Manny Machado obviously has the green light to swing in any count, but be very careful right here.
He was careful. Second walk issued by Mitch. He walked Cronenworth to lead off the 3rd. Now Machado gets the free pass to start the 4th. Ahead of France. France's single in the 2nd, his first hit in the series. Don't want to start falling behind in counts, and that's exactly what James McCann is thinking. Fell behind on Machado. Now it's 1-0 on France. This is how Mitch Bratt gets himself into trouble. The bases on balls as we get this from Law Tigers.
We're the Law Tigers, and we understand the challenges riders face every day. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, visit lawtigers.com. Law Tigers, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers.
Bratt has put the Padres leadoff man aboard now in 3 consecutive innings. They were able to strand France in the 2nd and Cronenworth in the 3rd. Machado aboard to start the 4th here. And it's 1-0 on the Padre first baseman. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Almost hit him with a slider.
Boy, now's when you really want to fill up the strike zone. Your team's put a couple runs on the board for you. Just continue to do what you did through the first 3 innings. Throw strikes.
Stay in counts. Don't fall behind in counts. That was one of the mantras from Torey Lovullo today. Fastball up and away, foul ball.
Manny Machado, not much of a threat to run over there at first base. He's attempted 5 stolen bases this year. He's been successful twice. Usually he takes advantage of pitchers that don't pay attention to it.
Duly noted over there. Ty France 1 hit in the series so far, but before this series he was an RBI machine. 19 RBIs in 20 games. Coming into Monday's opener here. Done a good job with him. The fastball's there, and Mitch Bratt right back in the count at 2-2. That's a 20-game stretch during which Ty France hit 400. Bratt at 50 pitches, 30 strikes. He's walked 2. He's punched out 5. Harmless fly ball to right for Corbin. And that's a nice bounce back there by Bratt after he fell behind. 2 balls and no strikes. Brings up Jackson Merrill. Merrill, a strikeout victim in the 2nd. 4 hits in the series.
Bounce to second. Vargas. I don't think he ever tagged him. They're going to have to put the tag on. And finally they do put the tag on Manny Machado. Ildemaro still down on one knee. He's a little shaken up here. In a collision with Manny Machado, or he tripped trying to apply the tag. They do get the double play to end the inning, but let's check on Vargas. See what happened here. Machado hit the brakes, and then, it was a rolling block.
That's usually what you tell a runner to do when they're hung up like that. Just lay down. Make the guy reach to tag you out.
Just a incidental collision there. Mitch Bratt, another nice job. 4 scoreless and a 2-0 lead. Back at Chase Field, Diamondbacks a 2-0 lead over the Padres. Mitch Bratt so far out pitching veteran Casey Mize, who's making his Padres debut, acquired from the Tigers at Monday's trade deadline. And James McCann starts off the bottom of the 4th. Fastball just off the edge is called a strike. McCann flat out his first time. Another start behind the plate for James McCann tonight. Gabriel Moreno back from the paternity list as the DH. But the way McCann's hit the ball, he's hit safely in 10 straight. You want him in there every night. Vargas appears to be okay. And there's a big smile. That's nothing new for Ildemaro, certainly. After Manny Machado kind of accidentally rolled into him trying to avoid a double play. Hangs up in right center. And Merrill's got that one. Tyler Locklear now. Tyler had a base hit his first time. He's the first baseman tonight. That is foul at third. Wild card news is once again fallen in the Diamondbacks' favor tonight. Pirates lost at Milwaukee 4-2. Paul Skeens suffered his 10th loss of the year. Skeens is 9-10. Kyle Harrison was outstanding for the Brewers. Locklear slams it toward the bullpen. And it's off the wall and over the wall. It's a double for Tyler Locklear, who's 2 for 2. Boy, Tyler smoked that 105 miles an hour off the bat.
Doesn't seem to matter who plays first base for the Diamondbacks. They're producing with the bat. They're producing with the leather down there at first base.
A double for Tyler Locklear. That D-backs double gets you $15 off your next Uber Eats order of $30 or more. Just use the code D-backs 2026. 5 hits for the Diamondbacks now. And that slurve to Ryan Walchman is in the dirt. So the Pirates have lost. The Marlins have lost. They were beaten by the Braves in Atlanta 4-1. Nationals all over the Phillies. That helps the Diamondbacks 10-4. Washington won at Citizens Bank Park. Cubs beat the Dodgers. They swept LA in that series 7-6. Pete Crow Armstrong, couple of home runs. Cardinals are in the Bronx. They lead the Yankees 3-1. They're in the 7th. That's the latest from the wild card scoreboard. Casey Mize spiked that split finger pitch, keeping Campusano busy back there.
Got a little lucky that time. That ball came up and tried to sneak underneath his right arm, but he pinned it against his rib cage to keep it from going to the backstop.
Use whatever you got back there.
That's right. No such thing as a bad block.
2 balls and a strike on Ryan Waldschmidt. Aldi's hot. He singled in the second inning his first time up tonight. He's hit safely now in 12 of his last 14. And is hitting close to 400 since the All-Star break. Lars Nootbaar in the leadoff spot on deck. Waldy rolls it into left field. It's another base hit. Locklear stops at third. They're on the corners now with 1 out for Lars Nootbaar. Ryan Waldschmidt 2 for 2.
Well placed ground ball sneaks through that left side. Looked like another splitter that stayed up just enough for Waldy to bang it through that left side.
Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, making a slow walk out to the mound. They were hoping for more from Casey Mize, who has had a very good year with the Tigers at 2.70 ERA in 16 starts. And he's had a bumpy start here in his San Diego debut.
Now, this is not the Casey Mize that shut out the Yankees earlier this year. 7 innings, no runs, 1 hit, and punched out 10 Yankees without walking a batter.
And don't forget, it doesn't get any easier on this homestand for the Diamondbacks because Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers are coming to town starting on Friday, a 3-game series. You can be here with us at the ballpark. DBacks.com for your tickets, brought to us by State Farm, urging you to get those tickets if you're thinking about coming down. Get on at DBacks.com. All 3 games, already over 40,000 in attendance, and the tickets are going fast. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A chance for Lars Nootbaar, who has walked and hit into a fielder's choice. Locklear at third, Waldschmidt at first with 1 out. Nootbaar foul in front of Dave McKay. There's a chance for our Golden Glover down there who made a nice play. That's Howard Paley, the president of CBS. Bob, don't call me Milt Wilcox, working in left field today. Good solid Milt Wilcox reference in the show. You're welcome.
Former Tiger.
Here goes Waldy. Nootbaar with a base hit. Lars Nootbaar, his first Diamondback hit and run batted in. It's 3-0. 3 consecutive hits against Casey Mize. And there's the Noot chant.
Like it.
Getting louder here at Chase. Boy, Nootbaar, since he's been a Diamondback, he's been on base the whole time. Waldy running on the pitch is easily into third.
His teammates giving him a hard time for not saluting the bench after pulling that ball through the right side to drive home his first run as a D-back.
Yeah, you got to get all the choreography correct.
Yep.
Boy, the Diamondback talked about how this has become a 1 through 9 lineup. It's the 7, 8, 9 that's done the damage for the D-backs in this series. Here's Corbin, who's had a good game today, and Corbin Carroll knocks it into right field. There's another run. It's 4-0. They're all over Mize here. 4 consecutive hits. Boy, Corbin Carroll's been on base 3 times, 2 singles, a walk, a stolen base, a run scored, now an RBI.
Yeah, and after Corbin Carroll reaches base, usually good things tend to happen. Listen to these numbers. In 2023, he scored 44% of the time, #1 in the majors after reaching base. 2024, he scored half the time. That was #1 in the majors. Last year, he scored 40% of the time, tied for 6th. League average this year is 35%.
Geraldo Perdomo 0 for 2.
Always good when Corbin gets on base.
He has singled, walked, and singled. Perdomo 0 for 2. Diamondbacks 2 in the third, 2 more home in the fourth. They have out-hit the Padres 8-1. And pouring it on here. A chance to tack on at least 1 more. Perdomo drops it into center. That's 5 consecutive hits. They'll stop Nootbaar at third. And they're loaded now for Gabriel Moreno. Activity in the Padre bullpen.
Another splitter that stayed up out over the plate that time. Looked like it was going to be a ball away, but Perdomo went out there and shot it into center field.
5 straight hits, all with 1 out. A chance for Gabby, the DH, who drove in a run with a fly ball in the third to open the scoring. Bases full of Diamondbacks and 1 out, 2 runs already home. Nootbaar is at third. Carroll's at second. Perdomo's at first.
D-backs started this game 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They're 4 for their last 4.
5 consecutive hits. Four runs on 9 hits so far for Casey Mize. He has walked 2. He has 1 strikeout. And they put the Gabby shift on with Merrill over by the pool in center. Left-hander Kyle Hart getting loose in the Padre pen. Gabby Lane Got a little room over there. Tatis is at second base tonight. Francois off the bank at first. Trying to close the road over there in the Padre infield. 2-1 is up high. 3-1. Tawa's on deck. He homered his last time up. Sinker up, and now it's full.
That should be no problem for Gabby. With 2 strikes this year, he's a .280 hitter. That's the highest in the major leagues. Once again, league average is 181.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Full count on Gabriel Moreno. Diamondbacks, by the way, have the major league's highest OPS when the bases are loaded. They have excelled in these particular circumstances. They have Mize on the ropes in his Padre debut. Now the 3-2. He's walked in a run. It's 5-0.
That'll probably be it for Mize. No way you let him face Timmy Tawa again after he took him deep his last time up there.
Greg Stammen has moved up to the top step. He's got the left-hander Kyle Hart warming up, and here comes the Padres skipper to go get the newest acquisition. And Casey Mize, in his San Diego debut, will not survive the 4th inning. He will leave trailing 5-0 and responsible for 3 base runners. 5 zip D-backs. Back in a moment.
Eat fresh, feel good.
Oh, this is the guy that won up in this spot, the red-hot Tim Tawa. It's been Tawabunga since he was recalled from Reno in early July. He will face the left-hander Kyle Hart with the bases loaded and 1 out. Hart, 3 of his last 4 appearances for the Padres have come at the beginning of the game as an opener. He inherits a real jam right here.
Sweeper, sinker, splitter combination. He'll mix in an occasional slider, an occasional 4-seam fastball.
Tim Tawa in 25 games since his Reno recall has driven in 17 runs. He's hit 5 homers and 5 doubles. He's got Corbin Carroll at third, Geraldo Perdomo at second, and Gabriel Moreno at first. 3 runs already home in this inning. Tawa, the 8th man to bat, and the Diamondback 4th. 6 consecutive reached against Casey Mize, all with 1 out. Tawa homered his last time up, his 6th of the year. Sweeper is low. It's 2-0. Tawa gets the start at third base. Scheduled off day for Nolan Arenado. And boy, they plugged him in on the right time. Big 3-run homer here Monday. Another solo shot here tonight. Oh boy, he got a sinker right over the middle.
Oh, right down the chute.
Yeah, that's one you want to have again. To take another pass at a pitch like that. Two-1 is inside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Eldemaro Vargas is the on-deck hitter. Three and 1 to Tim Tawa. It's headed toward the pole. Tim Tawa gives it a ride. Bowen's got it shy of the warning track. Corbin will tag. Perdomo will tag. RBI for Tawa, and it's 6-0.
Linking at bats. Torrey likes to talk about that, and boy, have the Diamondbacks done it in this inning.
Second RBI tonight for Tim. Watch the helmet. Vargas, the 9th man to bat, and the Diamondback 4th. 4 runs already home. Lamar has flied out twice, 0 for 2 in there for Ketel Marte tonight. Marte getting a scheduled off day. Perdomo at third and Moreno at first.
Patience, patience, patience. Hart struggling to find that strike zone right now.
Now the 2-0 pitch. Vargas slams it to left center. Here we go. Perdomo will score. Go, Gabby, go! J.R. House waving him home. Ildemaro Vargas drives in 2 more, and they bat around in the 4th. It's a 6-run 4th. They lead it 8-0.
Middle of the plate, and Vargas just bangs it into that gap in left center out near the 413 mark. And whether Gabby's had any sleep or not, he's scooting around those bases.
2-run double for Vargas. Gabby scores easily. Here's McCann, who led off this 4th inning with a fly ball out to center. It's another D-back double. Get $15 off your next Uber Eats order of $30 or more with the code DBACS2026. 8 runs on 10 hits and still going here in the 4th. And it's another pitch count scenario.
I think this is all Freddie Fermin's fault. He was the catcher last night for the Padres, and we showed you during the course of the telecast, he would take the pitch comm off of his shin guard to call the pitch for the pitcher. But the pitch comm ended up in the dirt a lot more than it ended up on his shin guard.
Yeah, that's true. It's all dirty. Oh, big spot for James McCann, who can set a Diamondback record with a base hit here. Keep in mind, James has tied Gonzo and Goldie with RBIs in 8 consecutive games. A base hit here would almost certainly score Vargas and set a new Diamondback record. James so far is 0 for 2. He has hit in 10 straight. He has RBIs in 8 consecutive games. They've out hit the Padres 10-1. They lead at 8-zip.
That old saying, turnabout is fair play.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, this looks a lot like the game last night, except the numbers were reversed.
Certainly in terms of the energy level. And don't forget about the lift that Mitch Bratt has given them, the rookie left-hander. 4 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball with 5 strikeouts. He's looked great. Now the 0-2. And he got him on that split. So they send 10 men to the plate in the 4th. 6 come home to score. They had 6 in a row reach against Mize. A big Diamondback inning, and through 4 they lead the Padres 8-0.
Up at take5.com.
Welcome back to Chase Field. It's Diamondbacks baseball presented by Y-Refi. First baseman Tyler Locklear all smiles. A single and a double. Lars Nootbaar in the leadoff spot has a walk and an RBI single. And the Diamondbacks bat around in the 4th inning. And they battered Casey Mize. How about Mize's numbers for his Padre debut? 8 runs all earned. 9 hits. He went 3 1/3. Walked 3, struck out 1. I don't think that's what they had in mind.
I don't think so.
And on the other hand, you've got the rookie left-hander Mitch Bratt, who now is in terrific position to get his first career major league win. He has been very good so far. He's walked 2, struck out 5. He's allowed only a Ty France single. And Xander Bogaerts leads off the Padre fifth.
Yeah, there's only been 2 balls classified as hard hit in the game against Pratt so far. Excuse me.
And he's, for the most part, been pounding the zone. He was careful with a couple of guys. The walks, as we know with Mitch, had been the issue, but so far so good tonight. Bogaerts 0 for 1. 23-year-old rookie left-hander Mitch Pratt, acquired at the trade deadline last year for the Texas Rangers, part of the Merrill Kelly deal. And now on the same pitching staff with Merrill Kelly, along with Cole Drake, who also came over in that trade. Cole Drake starts here tomorrow night.
Only 3 total base runners in the game for the Padres so far, and all of them were leading off an inning.
2-1 on Xander Bogaerts. This is where things go off the rails with Mitch a little bit. You got to throw strikes and avoid these bases on balls. He began this game tonight with more walks than strikeouts over his first 5 starts. Campusano on deck, then it's Cronenworth. 3-1 to Bogaerts. Is ball 4. Oh, we're going to get a challenge here from James McCann.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
ABS gives us a look, brought to us by T-Mobile, and that's a ball.
The pitch is the ball. Arizona has 1 challenge remaining.
So the Padres out of challenges. McCann loses 1 there. A leadoff walk to Bogaerts. And that's the 4th consecutive inning now in which Mitch Pratt has put the Padres leadoff man on base. 3 times with a walk. In fact, he's walked the leadoff hitter now in 3 consecutive innings. Campusano lined out to center his first time. Let's go down with Jody Jackson. Jody, what do you got on Mitch Pratt?
Well, guys, you know that bottom of the 4th was a very long and productive inning, and Pratt went down, took a ball in the glove, and I imagine kept the arm loose. He and Brian Kaplan went down and underneath into the tunnel to keep that arm loose because, again, it was just so long when they made that pitching change.
Well, you'll take that, I'm sure, if you're a pitcher. Anytime a 6-run inning, you'll wait around for a bit if that's what it takes.
Well, you absolutely will wait around if that's what it takes. But it has happened in the past where a long offensive inning, the pitcher's sitting in that dugout waiting to go back out to the mound, and they lose a little bit of their edge.
Gets ahead of Campusano right away, 0-2. Well, pitching is all about, from what I've been told, rhythm and timing. That kind of thing. You want to stay in that same nice, comfortable tempo. 60 pitches. Just a little more than half for strikes. Got the fastball by him. That's 6 strikeouts as Mitch Pratt pads his career high, and there's 1 away in the 5th.
Well, I love the fact that he's pounding that fastball in there. It's not a big fastball, low 90s, occasionally approaching mid 90s, but not afraid to throw it. 4 of his strikeouts have come on the heater.
Left on left against Cronenworth, who walked his first time. Check swing foul. By the way, your staff had their stopwatches out, and they told me that it was a 24-minute half inning there for Mitch Pratt to wait around and try to keep the arm warm. Not aware that you distributed stopwatches to your staff. They seem pretty well equipped. A little surprised.
They count each grain of sand as it falls through. That's how they know how long it took. Right next to that is the abacus they use to determine batting averages and stuff. All the latest tech. Perdomo calling off Nootbaar in left. Oh, you got to tip your cap to Mitch Pratt. He's put the leadoff man on now in 4 consecutive innings, but he's now 1 out away from stranding that man for the 4th inning in a row. Here's the rookie Jace Bone, who struck out in the 3rd. So far, Pratt has walked 3, struck out 6, and allowed only 1 hit. A Ty France single in the 2nd. Yes. And he locks up Bowen with that changeup. Mixing things up nicely here.
It's 0-2. Fastball. Mitch Pratt, a career high 7 strikeouts in 5 scoreless innings of a one-hit baseball, and the rookie lefty has an 8-0 lead. D-backs big inning, 6 runs on 6 hits in the 4th. Here are the 6 hits. It's our Mass Mutual moments.
Pretty much everything that Mize throws got whacked into play, and then Hart comes in the ball game and he gives up a double to left center field.
Casey Mize in his Padre debut gives up 8 runs, all earned on 9 hits. He went only 3 1/3. Tyler Locklear, who had the first hit in that sequence, the 1-out double in the 4th, leads off the 5th. Tyler at first base is 2 for 2. He has singled and doubled. Down and chase that sinker. No one warming up at the Diamondback bullpen. Mitch Pratt has won exactly 5 innings in each of his last 2 starts. Loss in Washington, then he pitched much better than that at Cleveland his last time out. There's no one warming up at the bullpen for the Diamondbacks, with Pratt at 67 pitches through 5. And we're talking release point for the dugout. Yeah.
Mechanics, he looked like he was saying he was pulling his head to the right, which pulled that sweeper off the plate inside to the right-handers. Need to square up.
1-2 on Tyler Locklear. Interesting mix going at first base. You and I, Bob, talked about that the other night. You've got plug-and-play guys over there with Tawa and Vargas and Locklear. A lot of options at first base now.
Yeah, we talked about not only the offense that they provided, but only 1 error between those 3 guys.
And of course, of the 3, Tyler Locklear is the only, using little air quotes, true first baseman. You've got Tawa and Vargas. You can both plug in pretty much anywhere on the field defensively. Ryan Waldschmidt on deck. Then it's Lars Nootbaar. There's Tim Tawa. 2 homers in the series for Tim. And you'd like to see Tyler Locklear find a long-term place to fit in with the Diamondbacks. Former 2nd-round pick by Seattle out of Virginia Commonwealth, acquired at last year's trade deadline. Still a young prospect, only 25 years old. And Hart beat him with a hard sinker at 93. Now this from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly-style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Well, Ryan Waldschmidt continues to hit in this 9 spot. He's 2 for 2. He has singled twice and scored. Second strikeout for Kyle Hott. Mr. Hott, here's a dime. Remember the paper chase? You ever see that? John Houseman?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Hott. Your paper, Mr. Hott.
How do you remember?
It's just, there's a lot of useless stuff up there. Just rattling around. 0-2. That's what you do on the flights. You got these 4-hour cross-country flights. You got to watch some old movies on there. Now you're watching your rock and roll documentaries.
Yeah, Woodstock, Zeppelin Celebration Day, over and over and over.
Lars Nootbaar, the leadoff man on deck. It's 1-2 on Ryan Waldschmidt, the center fielder. All the hooks at foul right at Bob Wilcox. Boy, that's a hot shot to Bobby down there.
Knocked his glove off.
Yeah. Boy, that thing was coming in hot. Take a look at our Gold Glover down there. Golden Glover tried to backhand it and nearly made a terrific play. That's Bob Wilcox. No, I'm scoring that as a base hit. So here comes the leadoff man, Lars Nootbaar. Here's Torey Lovullo on that earlier today.
Get into the pitch count a little bit, get into the mechanics, let everybody get a good look at what's happening from the dugout, from the on-deck circle. I just think it's a very healthy way to get the game started when you have somebody who's going to go up there and be very patient.
Yeah, they think that Lars Nootbaar, with the way he sees pitches, works, counts, is a good fit for a leadoff spot. Kind of a different looking lineup tonight. And Lars has had a terrific start as a Diamondback. He was the DH last night and walked twice. He's the left fielder tonight. So far he's walked. He's got an RBI single.
I mentioned earlier this is the 169th game that Lars Nootbaar's hit in the leadoff spot, but looking at the stats, he's hit in every spot in the lineup.
He's that kind of guy.
Yep.
Can get into the pitch count a little bit. Create some juice for Corbin Carroll is on deck behind him. He's the kind of guy that fits what the Diamondbacks are looking for. There's experience. They like the heartbeat. It's a very easy setup at the plate. There's not a lot of moving parts. It's a quick, clean, quiet swing. And he's got a very good eye. Sees a lot of pitches.
Yeah, just a little toe tap as he gets ready to get that bat back into the hitting spot.
Left on left matchup for Lars. If you're not familiar, by the way, Lars Nootbaar's name comes from the Dutch side of his family. His mom is full-blooded Japanese, and Nootbaar became a real star for Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic the last time they played it. He was an international sensation there for a while. Native of El Segundo, California, played his college ball at USC.
Well, just the fact that somebody named Lars Nootbaar played for Team Japan. It's so odd.
Worlds are colliding. He was a terrific high school quarterback, too, at El Segundo. 3-1. Bounces it slowly to second for Tatis. Low throw and a nice scoop there by Ty France. We played 5. It's 8-0 Diamondbacks here in the Valley.
Crest.
8-0 Diamondbacks, but the offense not the whole story. The other storyline, a rookie left-hander Mitch Pratt, our Chaz Roberts air conditioning and plumbing, cool plays of the game.
Just the command that Mitch Pratt has shown so far tonight. He has walked some guys in the game, but he's been able to bounce right back, get in the strike zone, and get himself out of that leadoff walk.
He has put the leadoff man on in 4 consecutive innings, the last 3 via the walk. He's walked 3 to 7 strikeouts, a career high, out there for the 6th inning for the first time in his big league career, chasing big league win number 1, and throws strike 1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. 4 base runners for the Padres, all leadoff hitters. Tatis 0 for 2. Bullpen is quiet behind Mitch Pratt, who's about to throw pitch number 70. An 8-0 lead, looking for his first big league victory. This is where you don't want to start coloring outside the lines. 70 pitches for Mitch Pratt, 42 strikes. He has walked 3, he struck out 7. He only hit a Ty France single in the second. Pretty good pitch right there. Borderline, it's ball 3. You don't want to put the leadoff man on again. Rengifo on deck behind Tatis. Way up high to center. Ryan Waldschmidt's there. Tatis 0 for 3. Now it's Rengifo, who has struck out twice. He has been very aggressive with that fastball, and it's not a big fastball. It's, 92, 93 is about the most you're going to get. But it has been effective tonight.
He's thrown it right by some of the Padres hitters. The ones that have made contact have been late and hitting the ball the opposite way.
Yeah. Keeping him off balance. Dropped the slurve in there, and right away he's ahead 0-2. Now he's got what the coaches call count leverage. The count very much in his favor. So how quickly now can he put Rengifo away and not waste a bunch of pitches? Get him 0-2. He got him on the back foot. Just put him away here. That's what they've been urging him to do. Aggressive with a fastball again. Everyone challenged that play.
The pitch was called a ball.
The batter, who by the way is out of challenges, and the catcher both challenged at the same time.
Ooh, look at that.
The pitch is a strike. Arizona has 1 out remaining.
And that's a career high 8 strikeouts for Mitch Bratt. He's punched out Rengifo 3 times. I think if the other team challenges when they're out of challenges, the other team should then get an additional challenge.
I like that.
Watch this. Idea. There's a challenge, and there's a challenge, and there's another one. Even the umpires are challenging. There's Manny Machado. Things have gone off the rails here. Slurve is low. This is in with a fastball. It's 2-0. Machado was struck out and walked so far. Don't want to say he's pitched around Manny Machado, but he has been pretty careful.
Yes, he has.
Struck him out on a 3-2 pitch in the first. Walked his last time up in the fourth. Now it's 3-0 with Ty France on deck.
And once again, 3-0 count, even trailing by 8 runs. Manny has the green light in all counts.
And swings 3-0. Sure enough, fouls it away. San Diego has been out hit 10-1. They're down 8-0. An off day for Ketel Marte and Nolan Arenado. And a revamped lineup has done a wonderful job, particularly against Casey Mize in his Padre debut. Now the 3-1. And that's in there. It's Bratt looking for what would be just his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. 80 pitches, 48 strikes. 3-2 on the way. Line to short. And the last Diamondback rookie with 6 scoreless innings, giving up 1 or fewer hits. Brandon Pfaadt 3 years ago against the Padres. 6 scoreless from Mitch Bratt. It's 8-0.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Everything going the Diamondbacks' way tonight. 6 scoreless innings of a 1-hit ball for rookie left-hander Mitch Bratt. Lots of offense. They batted around in the fourth. They lead the Padres 8-0. And one of the backstories here, Bob Brenly, is going to be this man, Corbin Carroll, who, as we know, has struggled offensively for some time now. But so far tonight, 2 singles, a walk, an RBI, a stolen base, and he scored twice. So maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning of something. Left on left with Kyle Haught. And there's a strike, Mr. Haught. All right, that's enough John Houseman for one night, I think. How about Heart to Heart? Stephanie Powers and Bob Wagner on Hot to Hot. Right after Battle of the Network Stars on ABC. Gabe Kaplan in the 110 hurdles. Your thoughts? Remember when they all do the tug of war?
Oh, yeah.
Like Heather Locklear or somebody would be in the dunk tank. Well, they should do that again. Battle of the Network Stars. Look out. Might be seeing stars. Corbin says he's okay. A little too close for comfort. We're going to file that under one just got away.
Probably. I mean, we'll never know.
8-0. They've out hit him 10-1. Haven't got Corbin out yet tonight. 2-2. Spanks it deep to left. Rengifo near the bullpen. And there's one out in the 6th. Let's check in with Jody. Speaking of network stars, here's Jody Jackson.
Hey guys, they're making history, by the way, in Illinois with the Women's Professional Baseball League, and former Diamondback and 2001 World Series champion Matt Williams is the manager of the San Francisco Firebells.
Is that Keith Folk, the other guy?
It is Keith Folk, yes.
Yeah, nice call.
Yeah, so 4 teams battling it out August, September. They'll have playoffs at Robin Roberts Stadium in Springfield, Illinois. Kelsey Whitmore, the first overall pick, is on the San Francisco team. So, BB, it's interesting to see Matty in the Women's League managing.
Hey, baseball's baseball, and Matty knows his baseball.
Here's Geraldo Perdomo. Jerry singled and scored in that 6-run 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. He's got the batting gloves on, batting from the right side. I believe he was barehanded from the left.
Yeah.
It all depends on what side of the plate he's batting from. 2-1 now from Kyle Hart. Out to right, backs up Bowen. 2 outs. Here comes Gabriel Moreno. Gabby just back from paternity leave. Everybody doing well. He has 2 RBIs. Does not have a hit, but he's got a sacrifice fly and a base and loaded walk. He's also scored a run. Kyle Hart has settled things down now. He's retired 6 in a row.
Love to see Gabby go deep. What a great story to tell Gianna sometime in the future when she understands exactly what it is Dad does for a living. I hit a home run for you.
Gabby is the DH tonight, coming off paternity list. McCann back behind the plate. Very different look to the lineup, and you wonder if we might see more of it. Smile. They could be watching the game on their phone.
Yeah.
Different angle.
We're playing Candy Crush. What a cutie.
Right on the corner with a sinker on 3-0. One more to go against the Padres tomorrow, and another rookie left-hander on the mound for the Diamondbacks. It's Cole Drake tomorrow night against former Dodger Walker Buehler. And the Dodgers, speaking of former Dodgers, in for 3 on Friday. And Moreno is aboard for the second time. Second walk that Gabby has drawn. And here comes Tim Tawa, who continues on a hitting tear. He's homered twice in the series. A 3-run homer Monday, a solo shot earlier tonight in the 3rd, then a sac fly RBI his last time up.
Diamondbacks have had 6 balls put into play with exit velocity over 102 miles an hour. Tim Tawa has 2 of them. A ground out and that home run he hit earlier.
I remember in spring training having a chat with Tim Tawa over at Salt River about all the work he put in this winter to quiet down his swing. He used to have a big waggle at the top, but look how quiet the bat is now. It's much stiller. He's a little more upright. The bat is in the hitting zone longer. And you can see the change in the contact. It's been significant. And he's always choked up a little bit, he says, ever since he had the hamate bone thing. That was several years back. But all that work in the winter's really paid off. Wandy Peralta starts to get loose in the Padre pen. This was Tim Tawa with 2 outs in the third. It was 1-0 at this point, and he made it 2.
Man, what a quick swing. That bat gets into the hitting zone so quickly. And more often than not, he gets backspin on the ball, which makes it carry a little farther.
Yeah, that losing that waggle really helped him change the angle of approach. Kind of chopping down at the ball before, but now it's a little flatter in the zone, swing plane and the whole thing. And a 3-hit game Monday. Scored a run last night. Another big night tonight for Tim Tawa, who's in at third base. Scheduled off day for Nolan Arenado. It's 2-2. Up the middle, and it's into center. It's another base hit for Tim Tawa. Couple of 2-out base runners now for Ildemaro Vargas.
Yeah, even that ground ball off the bat at 105, right back up the middle. Thought Tatis might have a play, but you could see it kick off the mound there more toward the left side of the infield, and that kept it away from Tatis and into center field for a knock.
Kyle Hart had done a pretty nice job, having set down 6 in a row, but a walk and a base hit with 2 outs. Get the pitching coach out to the mound. It's Ruben Niebla. And Vargas is the hitter. And we'll remind you, fans, you can purchase a special event ticket pack for the game against the Dodgers coming up this Friday. It's August 7th. It'll get you your golf hat ticket pack. That's right. Purchases include a limited edition D-backs road pack and a ticket to the game against the Dodgers. Those tickets, by the way, are going fast. 3-game series starts on Friday. For your special event ticket pack for the game Friday, go to dbacks.com/golf. Selling out on those Dodger tickets pretty quick. Vargas tacked on 2 with a 2-run double in that 6-run fourth as they batted around. Ildemaro at second base in for Ketel Marte. 2-1 and 2 out. Scheduled off day for Marte tonight. And splitter right at the knees for a strike. Here's Ketel, who Torlovello said today has been very gritty. The off days that they try to manage his health have been a little more sporadic this year than in years past. So based on the way the team looked, Marte, Arenado, some of those guys getting a night off last night. They looked flat last night. The schedule's been a grind for sure. Bogarts at short. Throws on the move, and Hart strands 2. We go to the 7th inning, leading 8-0.
Parts of it is somebody cares.
Left-hander Mitch Bratt has set down 6 in a row. 8 of the last 9 he's faced. He's working into the 7th inning here. 6 scoreless innings of 1 hit ball so far. Mitch has walked 3. He's got a career-high 8 strikeouts. He has been terrific. Last Diamondback rookie starting pitcher with at least 6 innings. There's Brandon Pfaadt, coincidentally, not ironically, against these Padres. And Ty France, who has their only hit, a single to lead off the 2nd, starts us off in the 7th. No one warming up behind Mitch Bratt in the Diamondback bullpen. Out there with an 8-0 lead, looking for his first major league win in his 6th start. Chop foul at third. Ty France enjoying his best season since he was an all-star with Seattle back in 2022. But so far in this series, just 1 hit, that single back in the 2nd. Mitch Bratt worked most of this season at AAA with Reno. His season highs with the Aces, 5 innings and 7 strikeouts. He has surpassed both those marks here at the big league level tonight. Perdomo at short. 7 straight set down by the rookie left-hander. It brings up Jackson Merrill. What a spot for Mitch Bratt to deliver. He was much improved his previous time out. We mentioned that. He looked good at Cleveland against the Guardians. But considering the circumstances of this series, neck and neck with the Padres, and well, this is a big time for Mitch to stand and deliver, and he has stood tall out there tonight.
Well, especially after the ball game last night.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no lasting effects from that sleepwalk the Diamondbacks had last night. And a lot of that is due to the guy right there on the mound.
Mitch worked last Friday at Cleveland, kept the Guardians to 3 hits, 1 run. He went 5, but even in that game he had to work his way around 4 walks. He has walked 3 tonight. He's got 8 strikeouts. Boy, 7 scoreless innings against this Padres group. That would be an enormous feather in his cap. Center field, Waldy's there. Xander Bogaerts now. Bogaerts has lined out and walked. He's 0 for 1. Wandy Peralta, another left-hander of the Padre pen. Mitch Bratt, 1 out away from 7 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball. It's gotta feel good for Mitch too to look behind him and see a quiet Diamondback bullpen. He's at 90 pitches. It's his ball game. 90 pitches, 53 strikes. He has walked 3. He's punched out 8. Now the 1-1 to Bogaerts is there for a strike. And remember, San Diego out of challenges. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Brian Kaplan, the pitching coach, now with the 90 pitch mark on the phone. Swing and a miss. Mitch Bratt. 7 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball. He has struck out 9 and set down the last 9 he's faced and 11 of the last 12. Time to stretch, leading the Padres 8-0. Well, you got to tip your cap to the rookie lefty Mitch Bratt, who has put on an absolute clinic here tonight. He set down the final 9 he faced, 11 of the last 12. Kept the walks under control, 3 bases on balls, a career high 9 strikeouts, a nice ovation, 7 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball.
Wow. Outstanding job by the youngster. You know, and I'm sure if you talk to him, I mean, we have pitching coaches up here at the major league level that do a great job, but I'm sure he would tip a cap to Doug Drabek and Jeff
Bajanero.
Bajanero,
Yep.
The pitching coaches down at AAA Reno. It seems like every time the Diamondbacks send the guy down there to work on something specific, they come back better for it.
Another thing about Mitch Bratt, we've mentioned that he is from Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. He was on Canada's WBC team back in 2023 when he was just 19 years old. He was the youngest player on that team. But after he got traded to the Diamondbacks, he had a chance to go back and pitch for Team Canada again this spring, but turned it down. Said he wanted to focus on his major league career and give the Diamondbacks all his attention. And boy, it has paid off here now on August the 5th. Wandy Peralta, the left-hander, on to start the bottom of the 7th for the Padres. Here's James McCann. Fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Numbers on Peralta this year. Saw him in the opener on Monday night, his 51st appearance of the year.
Peralta can be a little bit of a nibbler. He'll He'll walk his share of guys. He tries to work around the edges.
97. Did not go. That's Quinn Walcott down there at first. Gage Workman replaces Manny Machado at third base. Sung-Moon Song takes over for Xander Bogaerts at short. Workman, a Valley native from Chandler. And it's 2-2 on McCann. Peralta gets a strikeout to start the seventh. McCann 0 for 4. Diamondback bullpen starts to get busy now. Taylor Clark warming up with the Sanderson Ford bullpen.
Well, obviously you like a game like this every now and again for Torey Lovullo and the pitching coaches. Get guys in there that maybe need to work on some things, maybe haven't had enough regular work recently. And with the big lead, you can afford to run guys in there, but tough to see Mitch Bratt come out of this game. Woo, was he good.
And a good night for Tyler Locklear, a single and a double. He struck out his last time up. And Mitch Bratt, 92 pitches for Mitch, 55 for strikes. He did have to make a move with the bullpen today when Ryan Thompson went on the injured list with the lower back strain. Philip Abner, the left-handers, rejoined the club, so they have another lefty back there. But if you can get the, your A bullpen guys, not the Taylor Clark's not a big part of that, but your Ginkles and your Garcias and that group a night off, that'll make a manager smile for sure. Especially the way that group has had to work. They have been on fumes at various times over the last several weeks. Waldy on deck. Locklear fouls off another one. Workman dives in front of Song. Low throw, the scoop by France, and they just do get the out. That was a bizarre play. Gage Workman with the leaping attempt. It got by him. Song was right there from shortstop, and France on the other end made a nice play at first.
Yeah, France really made this play, as you said, kind of an unusual looking play. Workman laying at the feet of Song as he made his throw across the diamond right there.
Ty France, a Gold Glover in the American League at first base just last year, with the scoop. 2 down for Ryan Waldschmidt. Waldy has singled twice. 2 for 3. That one is Ryan Waldschmidt's third hit tonight. It's by Ty France. Waldy just keeps on swinging. He's 3 for 4.
And that'll bring up Lars Nootbaar, who has very quickly made his way home here in the Valley. This was his base hit in the 4th inning to drive in a run. Now watch the guys on the bench. Hey, 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 you got to do the celebration. You got to do the celebration.
Even Dave McKay's telling. Yeah, there it is. All right, I got you. Took a while, but he's the new guy. Waldschmidt, by the way, has matched his career high with 3 hits. Just getting, it's part of the reason they're scoring these runs and they've played so well lately is they're getting production from 7, 8, 9, the whole thing. Waldy's been a big part of that. Lars fouls that one off. It's 0-2.
Yeah, it seems like a long time ago now that Geraldo Perdomo was that guy down there in the 9-hole, starting rallies, getting on base ahead of the top of the order. Now Ryan Waldschmidt filling that role.
Diamondbacks have won 15 of their last 22, the best record in the National League since July the 9th, and they lead the Padres tonight 8-0 in a critical wild card series. far to center. Jackson Merrill is under it. And we go to the 8th inning now, leading 8-0.
Cold beer.
Oh, this is a hard to get item. You're going to want this one, fans. It's the exclusive Serpientes Abu Globe. It's coming up, the giveaway Saturday, August 22nd for the game against the Reds, courtesy of Estrella Jalisco. The Serpientes Abu Globe. This is an exclusive item. The giveaway August 22nd. Get your tickets at dbacks.com. Some changes out there for the Diamondbacks, leading 8-0 as we start the 8th. Taylor Clark is on the mound. Luis Camposano, the hitter. Jorge Barosa takes over in right field for Corbin Carroll. And Camposano fouls that one off. Numbers on Taylor Clark, 50 appearances. He has been outstanding. A 2.12 earned run average. He has helped hold this tired bullpen together. Made 5 appearances on that long 10-game road trip and did not allow a hit in 4 of those outings. He has been outstanding. Camposano 0 for 2. Slider missed away. It's 2 balls and a strike. Oh boy, he clobbered that one foul.
Steve Reich.
A loud one.
I've talked a lot in the past about Greg Maddux, and he used to do that all the time. He'd throw an off-speed pitch off the plate inside, knowing that the hitter was going to jerk it foul, and he'd jump ahead in the count 0-1.
Griffin Canning, who worked the 9th inning here last night, warming up for the Padre pen. Full count on Camposano. Cronenworth on deck. Then it's Bowen 7, 8, 9 scheduled up in the San Diego 8th. Greg Maddux was a trickster.
Oh, he was something else.
This is pretty well hit and deep to left center. Waldy on the move. Ryan Waldschmidt has got it. There was a lot of ground up there and hung up long enough, and he had just enough ballpark to get it for the first out.
Well, even if he didn't have enough ballpark, we know that Waldy's going to go after it, even if he has to crash into the wall to make a play. But that one relatively easy for the speedy center fielder.
It's a home run in a lot of ballparks, though, not here. Cronenworth has walked and popped out. Jumped on that slider. It's 0-1.
Good downer slider that time at 88, right at the bottom of the zone.
And follows it up with a good changeup. Taylor Clark, originally drafted by the Diamondbacks, a 3rd rounder in 2015 out of the College of Charleston. And a good run with the Kansas City Royals, now back home with the Diamondbacks. Terrific season with KC last year. In fact, it was his second half of the season for the Royals that caught the Diamondbacks front office's attention. Taylor, in 28 appearances after the All-Star break in Kansas City last year, had a 1.8 ERA. He's been nearly as good this year. Got that terrific slider. 1-2. Chase Bowen on deck.
possibly if Torey Lovullo might think about bringing Paul Sewald in again tonight. Threw a clean inning in the ball game last night. They're trying to get his legs back underneath him and have him return to form. This would seem to be a good opportunity if he wants to pitch him 2 days in a row.
Bullpen's quiet right now. Sewald threw 19 pitches last night. And a foul ball off the bat of Cronenworth. Let's get this now from Andrew the home buyer.
Catch the best deal for your house by calling me, Andrew the home buyer.
Also have Philip Abner, who just got called up today when Ryan Thompson went on the injured list with a lower back strain. That is another option. Did he go? He did not, says Paul Clemens at third. The count is full 3-2. Back-to-back full counts for Taylor Clark. D-backs about hit the Padres 12-1. They lead at 8-0. Eighth pitch of the at-bat right here for the Padre DH. Nubber backpedaling out there and running and making the grab is who else but Tim Tawa. You never know where you're going to find Timmy down there. He's in there for Arenado at third. That guilty smile right there.
Not an easy play. Straight over his head. But gets back there in time to reach up, make a nice backhanded play. Well, he covers a lot of ground no matter what position you put him at.
Terrific athlete. Quarterback on and off the field. Bowen has struck out twice. And he's on his way again. There's that Taylor Clark slider. Just talked about that pitch a moment ago. And there it is again. Might get one more here at this rate.
That ball was never in the strike zone. Why not?
Taylor's, I think he's still got the same Kansas City Royals glove. That's the royal blue on there. Well, it ain't broke. One, two. And that'll do it. The changeup got him. 1-2-3-8 for Taylor Clark. And an 8-0 Diamondback lead. Well, I know it's all about the 8-0 score, but the headliner tonight is Mitch Pratt, the rookie left-hander. 7 scoreless innings of one-hit baseball, 9 strikeouts, did walk 3 but kept it under control. And Bob, very aggressive with that four-seam fastball.
I love that. He didn't try to trick these Padre hitters. He just went right at them with that 92, 93 mile an hour fastball, challenging these Padre hitters. Mixed in 3 strikeouts on the slurve.
This is the way he pitched for the Reno Aces for most of this year, Mitch Pratt. When he first got up to the Diamondback Major League level, the walks got a little out of control. In fact, he began the game with more walks than strikeouts for his big league career. But he's now 3 outs away from his first Major League victory as Jorge Barosa leads off the 8th against the new pitcher for the Padres, Griffin Canning, who got 3 outs on 7 pitches to win the game here last night. Barosa took over in right for Corbin Carroll, who got an early exit here. Well, Jorge's been a very productive offensive player lately. Drove in an 8th inning run with a sac fly RBI Monday. Singled and scored as a pinch hitter in the 7th here last night. And in the Sanderson Ford bullpen, it's Kevin Ginkel who will get the 9th.
I loved Jorge's reaction when he hit that sac fly the other day. He got to first base, realized a run was going to score, and he pumped his fists, yelled, and ran back to the dugout.
Terrific shot by our outstanding camera crew here. Bringing you the pictures on dbacks.tv. Get on board for the pennant chase. It is well underway. You can watch the rest of the season for just $17.99, a special limited time only offer right now. Watch every game rest of the year, subject to national exclusivities, for just $18. dbacks.tv. For a limited time only, a special offer right now. Rest of the season, just $17.99. You got 2 more months of pennant race baseball in store, so don't miss a game. So been a lot of fun tonight for sure. Well, your staff, I have to say, usually there's not much to say for your staff, but they have come up with what might be the stat of the year. Barossa with another base hit. It's a long single for Jorge. In fact, I'm going to save it for the top of the 9th inning. Okay. I'm going to plug this. We call this a tease in the business. As the stat of the year. Wow. So stay tuned. Top 9. We'll have that. Now, I'm triple checking with my staff because your staff handed it to me. But as always, we have to back up the backups. Here's Perdomo now. Stat of the year coming up. Top 9.
I can't wait.
Jerry Singleton scored on that 6-run 4th. He's 1 for 4. They've out-hit San Diego 13-1. The only Padre hit, a Ty France single to lead off the 2nd inning. Right on the corner with a change, and Jerry will challenge.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Looks to be a pretty good call. T-Mobile gives us a look at the ABS, automated balls and strikes, and it is a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Arizona has no challenges remaining.
Yeah, I think some of the late movement on that changeup might have fooled Jerry a little bit. He thought it dipped below the zone, but just does catch it.
You only get 2 seconds to challenge. It's got to be immediate. I don't want you to get any help from a dugout or a teammate on the field. And sometimes we've seen guys be told, "No, you waited too long to challenge. I'm not going to let you have the challenge then." It's got to be right away. So sometimes guys, knowing they only have 2 seconds, make what Torrey likes to call an emotional challenge. You like to stay away from those if you can, but up 8-0 in the 8th, why not take a shot? No batting gloves from the left side for Perdomo. Charting the glove use here. Smell the glove. And there's a strikeout for Canning. There's one away in the 8th. Here's Gabby back from the paternity list, and it's been another good night. He has walked twice, one with the bases loaded. He's got a sacrifice fly. He has driven in 2 runs and scored once. Bases loaded walk, all part of that 6-run 4th. Diamondbacks had 6 consecutive reached against Casey Mize. The first 5 were hits. Mize in his Padre debut had a rough night. 8 runs all earned, 9 hits. He went just 3 1/3. The outfield shift, which has become standard against Gabriel Moreno, is in place here by the Padres. That leaves a lot of room in the left field corner and in left center. I mean, Rengifo was way off the line in left. Series finale here tomorrow night. Another rookie left-hander goes for the Diamondbacks. Cole Drake gets the ball against the veteran right-hander for the Padres, Walker Buehler. There's Cole Drake. And the Dodgers in for 3 starting on Friday. Tickets going fast. dbacks.com for your tickets. We're going to have enormous crowds for all 3 games there. Each game has already sold more than 40,000 seats, so it's going to be a packed house all weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun, so come on down and join us.
Gabby did something on that swing. Kind of walked over in the left-handed batter's box, circled around behind the umpire after the swing.
Here's a look. He kind of turned that back ankle.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But after taking that stroll behind the home plate umpire, he held his hand up to the bench. He didn't want the trainer to come out, didn't want Torrey to come out.
He just got back. Vanny with the eagle eye. One ball and 2 strikes from Griffin Canning, and that's in the dirt. Gabby's still shaking that back foot out.
Yeah.
He's lifted it off the ground a few times, just kind of shaking it around, doing a hokey pokey. Let's have one more look at that previous swing.
Now keep an eye on the back foot. It just kind of rolled over on his right ankle there a little bit.
Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it. He's got that back foot planted in there right now. Waits at the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Canning. That's 2 outs, and it brings up Tim Tower.
Chases that breaking ball off the plate away. You know, we gave credit to Doug Drabek and Jeff Badginaru, something like that.
I'll accept it.
Okay, I'm trying.
Badginaro.
Well, the hitting coaches too, Termel Sledge and Josue Perez down in AAA under manager Jeff Gardner. And we talked about Tawa earlier. Eliminated all that bat movement that he had.
Gabby telling Max Esposito it might not be the ankle. It looks like something in the hip or the back of the leg. Max checking in right away. But yeah, that's a great point. I mean, look what they've done with Ryan Waldschmidt. Waldy, when he was up here before, was chasing every slider down and away all the time. Yep. And since he's come back, he's hitting over 400. And Tawa has been an enormous addition to this offense. And then just go down the list. Jeff Badginaro has worked his way up through the Diamondback minor league system for quite some time. He's developed a lot of the Diamondback pitchers. He's done a tremendous job. And as has Doug Drabek. He's been around in the system for a long time. Tawa with another base knock as he rolls it into right. That's his 3rd hit tonight. He's homered twice in the series. This looks a lot like the Dodgers series he had last month when he tore Dodger Stadium apart for 3 games.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Just kept his head down. Took advantage of that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Chance for Eldemaro Vargas.
Once again, that nice quick swing. Not trying to overpower the ball. Just get the bat into the hitting zone quickly.
Vargy was the icing on the cake in that 6-run 4th with a 2-run double. Curveball on the corner for a strike. Eldemaro was big on that 10-game 4-city trip. He had 357 in 10 games going through St. Louis, D.C., Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. 2 outs. Barrosa's at second and Tawa's at first. Vargas since the beginning of July hitting .324. 8 runs on 14 hits. Vargas scoops it toward the right field pole. This one's on its way, and it's off the wall. Bowen is down in the corner. Barrosa scores. Tawa right behind. Vargas coming into 3rd. And it's 10-0. And is Jace Bowen okay? He hit the ground hard down there. Vargas, who had a 2-run double in the 4th, adds a 2-run triple in the 8th.
I thought that ball had a chance to get out of here. Pulls it down into that bullpen corner down the right field line. Bowen really hit that fence hard. I thought he made the play initially, It's off the base of the fence and rolls back toward the infield. By the time he tracks it down, the Diamondbacks have tacked on 2 more.
You've got to give him an A for effort. He popped right back up and chased that ball down. Terrific effort by the rookie Jace Bowen. As Vargas hit the emergency brake coming around third. Drives in 2 more runs. 3 hits in the inning against Canning, and now it's James McCann who has a chance to extend both streaks here. McCann has a 10-game hitting streak. He has RBIs in 8 consecutive games, but so far tonight is 0 for 4. He can extend both streaks and set a Diamondback record with a base hit right here. McCann has flied out twice, struck out twice. Diamondbacks now 10 runs, 15 hits. The 7th game this year they've scored at least 10 runs. It's 0-2. Top of the Padre order is due up in the top of the 9th inning. Kevin Ginkel's been warming up down there for a while in the Sanderson Ford bullpen.
Two strikes. This is usually when Mac looks to hit the ball the other way. He's got some room on that right side of the infield.
One and two on James McCann. Bounced to third. Short hop down there by Workman, who gets the out. And they strand Vargas. Diamondbacks tack on 2 more. They lead it 10-0 when we come back on Mitch Bratt's big night. It's the stat of the year from Bob Brenly's staff.
His teammate.
What a night for Mitch Bratt, author of our stat of the year. He has done something tonight no Diamondback had ever done. It's the first time in D-backs franchise history that a rookie went 7 scoreless innings, allowing 1 or fewer hits with at least 9 strikeouts. The last major league rookie to do that, oh, by the way, Paul Skeens, who lost tonight to the Brewers. So the math says that Mitch Bratt is better than Paul Skeens. Wait, well, that might be too much. But congratulations to Mitch Bratt, who's 3 outs away from his first major league win. And he did something no Diamondback rookie had ever done before.
The 706th start by a rookie pitcher in franchise history.
Impressive. Here's Kevin Ginkel, his 51st appearance. Fernando Tatis Jr. will take the at-bat. He is 0 for 3. Gavin Sheets has come out of the on-deck circle. He would hit for Luis Rengifo. Diamondbacks with a win here will take a 1-game lead over the Padres in the season series, and obviously the tiebreaker has all kinds of implications coming down to the last weekend of September when, oh, by the way, the D-backs finished the year at Petco Park. 3-game series to close out the regular season. Also, one thing to think about as well in some of the other tiebreakers with teams like Washington, Pittsburgh, what have you, Miami, that if the season series is tied up, then you go to division record. That's the next tiebreaker. Tatis clobbers this one out of here for the first Padre run. Point being that any win you get in your division counts in a potential tiebreaker situation with any other team. And Tatis just hit one 465 feet. He's ninth. That's just the second hit for San Diego tonight.
A slider that didn't really do much, just kind of hung up over the heart of the plate, and Tatis hit it a mile.
Looked a lot like his home run earlier this year when he hit it 474 feet in Atlanta. Here's Gavin Sheets, our first look at him in this series. He has been scuffling since the All-Star break, batting for Rengifo. 215 and 14 homers. One hopper to Wildemaro Vargas. Jody Jackson, Mark Gray standing by. Post-game preview brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. They'll have a lot to talk about. Mitch Bratt on his way to his first major league win, a career high 9 strikeouts and 7 scoreless innings. All kinds of offense. And one is now a 10-1 lead. Sung-Moon Son, who took over at shortstop for Xander Bogaerts early in the ballgame. Check swing foul. Ty France, who has the Padres' other hit besides the Tatis home run, is on deck. And Song lifts one foul territory, third base side. Tawa gives it a look, but it's on the other side of the netting. 51st appearance of the year for Kevin Ginkel. Coming off back-to-back scoreless 8th inning outings. Wins at Cleveland last Friday and Saturday in the previous road trip. 7 scoreless for Mitch Bratt. Taylor Clark a 1-2 3/8. Now Ginkel on in the ninth. 3-2 fouled away. Ten runs, 15 hits for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 2 hits for the Padres. Home run by Tatis. Now 1-out walk issued to Song. That'll bring up Ty France.
That just sets up a double play to end the game.
France singled back in the second. He's 1 for 3. Check swing tapper. Kevin's got it. Go to second for nothing. Vargas backing up, and they can't quite get France at first. Ginkel fielded that off the mound, made an awkward throw to second, and they're not able to get an out anywhere there.
Perdomo was late breaking to the bag. Vargas was backing up into a backup position. Nobody was covering the bag initially. Throw was low to begin with, but somebody's got to be there.
So McCann out there to calm things down. It's a fielder's choice for Ty France. Song gets into second with 1 out. A run home on the Tatis home run, which at 465 feet, by the way, was the 6th longest in the majors this year. He, of course, has number 1 at 474. A chance for Jackson Merrill, who was 0 for 3. Sung-Moon Son at second and Ty France at first. You'd like to avoid Kevin and throw too many pitches here. Got to be tough for guys who are used to pitching in high leverage situations to come in the ninth inning with a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, you still have to execute your pitches, attack the game plan.
For sure. He's not throwing strikes. Brian Kaplan and Torey Lovullo having to look back at the cards. Better slider right there. That's that good down slider. That's why they like Ginkel against lefties. If they have to go right versus left, Ginkel's one of the guys they like because of that pitch right there. That down breaking ball. Runs the heater in there at 97. Another full count, 3-2.
Just having trouble driving that fastball down into the zone. Consistently missing up high.
Valley native Gage Workman in the on-deck circle. 3-2 to Merrill. He's issued his second walk in the inning, and suddenly the Padres, with a one out, have the bases full. And Brian Kaplan running up the stairs in the dugout. Three consecutive have reached for San Diego, with a one out after the Tatis home run. Ginkel's at 20 pitches, only half for strikes, and in the Sanderson Ford bullpen, as you suggested, Bob, it's Paul Sewald, who threw 19 pitches in working in the game last night. He came on in the 7th. Sewald warming up quickly. So here is Gage Workman. Came over from the Tigers in the Casey Mize deal on Monday. The Valley native from Chandler, went to Basha High School, played at ASU. Song at third, France at second, and Merrill's at first. Ginkel 20 pitches, only half for strikes, and the slider lands for strike one. Sewald continues to warm up in the bullpen. This is trouble, headed for left center, and they won't get there. It rolls to the wall. 3 runs are coming home for San Diego, and Gage Workman back in the old hometown as a 3-run double.
Back-to-back sliders. The first one real good. That one not so much. And Workman finds a gap out there in left center. As you might imagine, he's got a lot of friends and family here at the game. There was a large contingent on the first base side hanging in late, hoping he would get an at-bat, and he rewards him.
A workman-like effort for sure. Campusano with a swing in this. He'll stick with Ginkel for now. And there they are, Chandler in the house. Campusano up there taking his hacks. It's 0-2. Jammed him. Vargas wants it. And Kevin has his second out. 25 pitches and counting. Sewald continues to warm up. Torey Lovullo running out to the mound. Literally. I don't think it's the score, the base runners. They just don't want to burn too many pitches here.
Yeah, too many pitches. 25 in the inning so far for Ginkel. There's quite a conversation going on, but as usual, the skipper wins.
I'm sure that's the speech. Look, we'd like to save some bullets in case we need some tomorrow night. Sewald coming in for the final out. We're back in a moment.
Our members are the mission.
Now there's Mitch Bratt, who was 1 out away from his first major league win. He was sensational tonight. He's going to be wide-eyed for a while. 7 scoreless innings, a 1-hit ball, 9 Ks, a career high. Here's Sewald on to get the final out after he worked a scoreless 7th here last night. Paul threw 19 pitches. Jake Cronenworth, the hitter. Gage Workman down at second after his basic clearing double, and now he heads to third as the sweeper gets away from McCann. It's a wild pitch. Sewald faced Cronenworth last night when he came in. It was the first batter he faced, got him to pop out to short. This is all part of the effort to get Paul Sewald, the closer who had been nearly perfect over much of this year. Just get him back on track. 2-0. Chase Bowen, the right fielder, is on deck. He would be the 9th man to bat in the Padre 9th. A 3-0 from Sewald. A little help there from James Jean. Everybody out of challenges. It's an old school 3-0 strike. Left field, Lars Nootbaar has got it. And the Diamondbacks, impressive. A 6-run fourth. They bat around. They battered Casey Mize in his Padre debut behind rookie sensation Mitch Bratt, who pitched an absolute gem here tonight for his first major league win.
And a huge tip of the cap to the entire ball club for bouncing back tonight the way they did after that devastating loss last night. That says something about the character of this team.
Yeah, they came out right away with 2 in the 3rd against Mize. They batted around in that 6-run fourth. It all adds up to a Diamondback win. And they go for the series win here tomorrow with rookie Cole Drake. Mitch Bratt, star of the show. Jody and Gracie are coming up next.